Merchant of Venice.
I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me, you say it wearies you. How I caught it, found it, or came by it. The stuff it is made of, wherever it is born, I am to learn.
Believe me, sir, had I such venture forth, the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. I should be still plucking the grass to know where sits the wind, hiring in maps and courts and piers and roads.
Should I go to church and see the holy edifice of stone, and not bethink me straight of dangerous rocks, which, touching but my gentle vessel's side, would scatter all her spices on the stream, enrobe the roaring waters in my silks, and, in a word, but even now are this, and now is nothing? Shall I have the thought to think on this, and shall I lack the thought that such a thing bechanced would make me sad? But tell not me. I know Antonio is sad to think upon his merchandise. Believe me, no. I thank my fortune for it. My ventures are not in one bottom trusted.
Good sirs both, when shall we laugh? Say when. You go exceeding strange. Must it be so?
We make our leisures to attend on yours.
You look not well, Senor Antonio. You have too much respect upon the world. They lose it that you buy with much care. Believe me, you are marvelously changed.
Dinner.
Well, we will leave you then till dinner time. I must be one of the same dumb wise but Gratiano never lets me speak. Keep me company for but 2 years more, thou shalt not know the sound of thy own tongue.
Gratiano speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hidden 2 bushels of chaff. You shall search all day ere you find them, and when you have them, they're not worth the search. In Belmont is a lady richly left, and she is fair, and fairer than that word, of wondrous virtues. From her eyes I did receive fair speechless messages. Her name is Portia, nothing undervalued, to Cato's daughter, Brutus's Portia. Oh, my Antonio, had I but the means to hold a rival place with one of them. My mind presages me such thrift that I would questionless be fortunate. I pray thee overname them, and as thou namest them, I will describe them, and according to my description, level at my affection.
First, there's the Neapolitan prince.
Aye, that's a cult indeed, for he doth nothing but talk of his horse, and he makes it a great appropriation to his own good parts that he can shoe him himself. I am much afeard my lady his mother played false with a smith.
What about the young German?
I dislike him very vilely in the morning when he is sober, and most vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he is a little worse than a man. When he is worst, he is little better than a beast. I will do anything, Nerissa, ere I will be married to a sponge. I am glad this parcel of wooers are so reasonable, for there is not one among them but I dote on his very absence. And I pray God grant them a fair departure.
Do you not remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar, a soldier, come hither in company of the Marquis of Montferrat?
Yes, Bassanio. As I think he was so called.
True, madam. He of all the men that ever my foolish eyes looked upon was the best deserving of a fair lady.
I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise. If he have the condition of a saint and the complexion of a devil, I had rather he should shrive me than wive me. Come, Nerissa, sirrah, go before. While we shut the gate upon one wooer, another knocks on the door.
3,000 ducats.
Well, I serve for 3 months.
3 months.
Well, will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer?
3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio bound.
Your answer to that?
Antonio is a good man.
Have you heard any imputation to the contrary?
Oh, no. And then there's the peril of waters, winds, and rocks. He is, notwithstanding, sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond.
Be assured you may, if it please you to dine with us.
Yes, to smell pork. He lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of uses here with us in Venice. If I can catch him once upon the hip, I will feed back the ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation, and he rails, even where merchants most do congregate, on me, my bargains, and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest.
I must like to call thee so again, to spit on thee, to spurn thee too.
how you storm. I would be friends with you and have your love. Forget the shames you've stained me with, supply your present wants, and take no joy to uses for my money. But you'll not hear me. This is kind I offer.
This were kindness.
This kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary, and seal me there, for single bond. In a merry sport, if you repay me not on such a day, in such a place, such sum or sums as expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off and taken, from what part of your body pleaseth me.
Yes, Shylock. I'll seal for such a bond.
Then meet me forthwith at the notary. Give them direction for your merry bond, and I'll go and purse the ducats straight. Then see to my house, left in the fearful guard of an unthrifty knave, and presently I'll be with you.
Hide thee, gentle Jew!
The Hebrew will turn Christian.
You must take your chance and either not attempt to choose at all, or swear before you do, if you do choose wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. Therefore be advised. First, forward to the temple. After dinner your hazard shall be made.
Good fortune, then, to make me blessed or cursed among men.